Taekwondo and Boxing Academy, we do a lot of training with handheld focus mitts. Here I'm demonstrating the power vertical and later on the jumping reverse crescent kicks. These are techniques which obviously you don't use all the time, but I believe that you must have a power hitting range, especially with the feet in all different directions. So front to the side, in the back in back kick, in reverse crescent kicks, etc. Each of the kicking techniques has its particular use in the right time and the right situation. And why I've called my school freestyle Taekwondo is what I found that Taekwondo in particular, I was always impressed with the kicks, the flying, the jumping, the twisting, the turning, the spinning heel kicks, which to me seemed unique to the Taekwondo exponents. I'm just loosening up my knees a little bit before I do the jumping reverse crescent kick. Jumping techniques are taught after the student learns the basic kicks, which usually after 3 months. I do not emphasize jumping kicks in the early stages for obvious reasons. Injuries can quite easily happen if the student does not know the basic kicks to start with. It's my son Alan Healy demonstrating jumping half turning kick. Quite a powerful technique. A lot of people say that the jumping kicks are not very effective. I beg to differ, and in fact one opinion that will back me up on this is the famous Benny the Jet, Benny Udequez, the full contact karate champion in the United States. One of his favourite finishing off techniques is a jumping back kick or an associate jumping front kick. He's very good with boxing as a kickboxer, and he's also very good at the finishing off jumping kicks. Admittedly, the jumping kicks are a finishing off singular technique, but if you have the appropriate footwork, they can be implemented with great speed and surprise power. Shock impact. Also, for leg conditioning, I find the plyometric type training for jumping kicks really builds explosive power into the legs like no other exercise does. As we're about to demonstrate here, Healy's skills and drills versus traditional old school teaching. As I'm demonstrating here, the old style long stance or the L stances, and moving through with the straight arm punches, as verse to boxing type stances with quick moving in and out. Here we're demonstrating reaction partner sparring or reaction partner training with skills and drills in action. Jumping front kicks, half turning and reverse hook kicks. Jump front. As I said previously, the jumping kicks are dynamic and lead the legs into an explosive power situation. It requires a considerable amount of practice to get these jumping kicks correct, but I find once you've built up to the jumping kicks, they can be a tremendous asset used in the right situation. As I demonstrate here, dodging kicks. You can dodge or jump out. You can be quite close to the opponent. As I demonstrated there with the jumping back kick, you can jump out and execute a back kick while standing right beside an attacker. And they do have their purposes and uses. Here we're demonstrating inside twist kick and half turning kick to the high section. So low inside twist, half turning kick. We're going to combine in the hands and feet. I find that the trick with the hand and feet combinations is to divert with the hands and launch the particular feet technique or the foot technique. In this case, left, right, and side kick off the back leg. Side kick off the back leg without using the hands to set it up is too easily detected. But if you divert the opponent with a left and right combination, which doesn't necessarily have to hit them, but is enough to shock them into stepping back a little bit, you have the ability to get in the side kick relatively easily. We have Alan demonstrating power patterns. In Healy's Freestyle Taekwondo and Boxing Academy, we do not emphasise or overemphasise the use of patterns to a great degree. I would say that pattern training would consist of approximately 10% of our training. It isn't a major factor. The skills and drills are. The focusment work, the individual technique work, be it combinations of left-right side kick or left-right half turning kick or twisting double half turning kick, jumping kicks and the like. Patterns, I find they can be taught very easily once you have the basic techniques all sorted out. Now, as I demonstrate here, when we do execute patterns, they're done at full power, and the whole theme is explosive power. Mind you, I do not believe in executing full power in the air all the time, as it can be detrimental to the joints and knees and shoulders, etc., as we find has actually happened in many of the traditional schools. That these people now have a lot of joint and hip problems from kicking and punching in the air all the time. Here I have my wife demonstrating a basic pattern. I do keep some of the traditional hip twisting blocks, although we rarely use them in our skills and drills, as I find they have no real application apart from teaching the student to twist their hips. I'm just about to do choreographed partner sparring or free sparring, and in doing that exercise or that skill and drill, we have a attitude that we're allowing our partner to conduct certain combinations without clashing with them. So this way we encourage each other to exercise what you have learned through training without hurting each other. And as I say to my students, it is like doing a choreographed Jackie Chan movie, that we can look as if we're doing the full action without hurting each other. This way it encourages the beginners and the moderately advanced student to exercise the techniques without fear of clashing. I believe that clashing does not achieve anything at all, and that in a real situation the intensity of the punches and kicks is a slightly different mentality, where basically your life is on the line or there's serious injury that may happen, and so it's very difficult to practice with that mentality unless it's actually defending your life in a real self-defense situation. However, at Healy's Freestyle Taekwondo and Boxing Academy, we like everyone to to complete this DVD video, we'll just go through how it all started with Bruce Lee and Enter the Dragon, Muhammad Ali, the greatest fighter of all time, Jackie Chan of recent times to show flexibility and coordination and a bit of humour, with Master Chong Chul Ri, the father of Australian Taekwondo. And as we proceeded on to the founder of Taekwondo, General Choi, and I was with Master Yun Yun, 8th degree in charge of the ITF for the South Pacific region, and I was part of Master Yun's school. He was noted for his dynamic flexibility and kicking ability. I was also part of the Master Yun International Taekwondo Federation as a senior instructor, also part of the founding instructors of Yun style Yun Jun Do, and I was an international instructor to New Guinea in 1993. Here breaking through about 6 to 8 tiles. Different people over the years we were associated with, and then we formed the International Self-Defense Association, which is an international association cross-training with various martial arts instructors and schools, combining everyone in the correct spirit, or a spirit of attitude of humility and respect, into Auckland and Papua New Guinea and Fiji and Australia. And I evolved into Healys freestyle taekwondo, and I specialise in boxing techniques and the traditional taekwondo techniques, but modified to my background and experience. And as you've seen in the video, this is quite a formidable background, and I have a lot to offer as far as the angles regarding boxing and taekwondo, especially being trained under two of the greatest taekwondo masters to the shores of Australia. We also have ladies self-defense at Healys, and we have children's classes as well. With the children's classes, we teach them not only respect and leadership, but we teach them practical skills and drills, and it's a little bit more flowing than a traditional school would be, and they learn more rapidly too, a little bit more open-minded. We also have Healys affordable personal training, where we have stretching systems. A stretching system I do use at the beginning of the martial art classes, plus the stretching systems flow over into the personal training side of things, where I specialise in the transformational challenges, the 12-week transformational challenges, usually dividing people's body fat by 50% within the 12-week period. Here are various clients that I've trained over the years that have really received exceptional results in a 12-week period. And we have trained several managers and company managers and legal secretaries and lawyers in various corporate situations, plus private people as well, and various photographs as you're seeing here display the result. We have regular classes at Movements Fitness Centre at Brisbane, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday. For further information, log on to our website www.healyshealthandfitness.com.